Hello, world, and welcome to the Common Sense Man's News and Talk Show here on this Monday, September 10th, 2018. This is a show where we discuss news from different news sources on the internet, discuss it in a common sense way, trying to bring the left and the right a little more together on pretty much just about everything. Please write in your comments, suggestions to commonsensement@gmail.com. That's common with a K, or call in 805-994-0606. Let's have a live discussion on any topic you want to discuss in a common sense way. We'll talk about it calmly. Okay, we're going to start off our news today, which is pretty much the big news. I'm actually impressed that this is the big news on Fox too, because usually they're totally opposite of anything anyone else has. And today they actually are in line with what most of the other ones have, and it's the big East Coast braces as extremely dangerous storm. Hurricane Florence barrels through the Atlantic. It's at a Category 2 right now, and they say it's going to increase to probably a 3 or a 4 by the time it hits the East Coast later this week. So brace yourself, East Coast. We wish you well. Hope everything goes good over there for you guys. And that's the top news on Fox. That's the top news on CNN. Florence could be the strongest hurricane in decades to hit the East Coast. That's coming from CNN. The giant storm is on track to make landfall this week as a Category 3 or higher, so there you go. Top of the news here on the CNBC is iPhone prices would rise up 20% if Apple assembles in U.S. like Trump wants. That's according to Bank of America. I don't know why that's according to them. But there you go. That's one of the tariffs that he's implementing. It's really sucks, but whatever. Top of the news in USA Today, same thing. Florence driving life-threatening conditions towards the East Coast. Moving over to the BBC, their top news, which is totally different from all the others, is probably something you won't see on the others, is Swedish deadlock as nationalists gain. There's a picture of a bunch of young people, I guess in Sweden, cheering. That looks like they're at a pub or something. Mainstream groups are tied but short of majority as anti-immigrant Sweden Democrats make ground. So there you go. If you're interested in the Swedish politics, there you go. Moving over to ESPN, there you go. The first Sunday of football is in the books, and if you didn't watch that game last night, you missed a good one. The Packers were down, I think it was 20-0, and came back and won 24-23. Great game. And then over the weekend, of course, was the big controversy with the Serena Williams loss. We'll get to a little bit of that here, actually coming up right now. On TMZ, we're all moving over to TMZ. Tekashi 6ix9ine rolls with Nicki Minaj in New York after turning up to Cardi B, which I guess is a big rival of Nicki Minaj. And they're shown there with Mr. Tekashi 6ix9ine with her Nicki Minaj right behind her. Sorry, I was looking at Tekashi's face, Tekashi 6ix9ine's face. He's got lots of tattoos on his face. And here you go, getting back to the Serena Williams. J.K. Rowling blasts racist Serena newspaper cartoon. There's a picture of this cartoon done by a guy at the Herald Sun, and it is a picture of Serena stomping on a racket. In the background is the judge talking to Osaka, is that her name, whatever, saying, can you just let her win? But the picture that he drew of her isn't like, it's like an outrageous version of her, and you could read up on it, but what he says is, let's get serious. It looks like a Jim Crow era Samba style caricature of a black person, not Serena Williams. And it's true, it does. But anyways, that's coming from TMZ. Moving over to Travel Leisure, really nothing going on except for they have a little article on the best foods to have on hand for an emergency. So there you go, the best foods to have on hand. I'm going to go over a few of them. Peanut butter, whole wheat crackers, nuts and trail mixes, kind of obvious. Cereal, it's things that aren't going to get bad too easy. Granola bars, power bars, dried fruits such as apricots and raisins, canned tuna, salmon, chicken, turkey, anything canned is going to be good. Canned vegetables, canned soups. So bottled water, I have a little storage of bottled water in the fridge there that I need more, but that's what I do. And then the list goes on, a little other stuff, but there you go. From Travel Leisure, thank you, in case there's an emergency, which they probably put that on there because of these hurricane coming. And then, of course, living in California, as I do, you never know when an earthquake's going to hit, so it's good to be there like that. That's going to be it today, but I do have a little thing here on on Facebook, a little quote here from I don't know what site this is, but it's actually I'll tell you what the quote is after I read it. Here we go. What should horrify America is not Kaepernick's choice to remain seated during the national anthem, but that nearly 50 years after Ali was banned from boxing for his stance, and Tommy Smith and John Carlos's raised fist caused public ostracization, that's a tough one, and numerous death threats, we still need to call attention to the same racial iniquities. Failure to fix this problem is what really is un-American here. And that is a quote from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. There you go. If you don't know him, well, look him up. He was one of the greatest basketball players of all time. There you go. It's going to end it for this episode. Please subscribe to my channel, the Common Sense Man's News and Talk Show, here on YouTube. We will see you on Tuesday. Have a great Monday. Don't let it get you down. Just get out there, kick some ass, and we'll see you on Tuesday.